Hey folks, Jimmy here, aka Palette of Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Mortal Realms magazine. It is issue number 19, but before we jump into it, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you like these videos, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and drop a comment down below. Helps me out massively, and I like to hear what you've got to say. I like to read your comments. I like to know what you're up to in this magazine, if you think it's still worth the money, if you're still enjoying it, and of course I want to see your pictures. So I want to see how your painting's getting on. If you want to share them, and it is up to you, you can link them to me, you can tweet them to me at Palette Dead on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook at Palette of Dead, and you can find me on Instagram as well. Just tag me in it or something like that. Palette of Dead on there as well. You can message me on Facebook if you want to keep it private. It is entirely up to you. I would like to see your models out. I want to see how you're getting on with your painting, and if you want any kind of like tips or anything like that, I will try to help you. I'm not going to say I'm the best painter in the world, but I will always try to offer a little bit of advice as and where needed. Now I suppose we should just jump into this magazine. Right, this week's issue, we've got 3 new models for the Nighthaunt army. You've got a Knight of Shrouds, who is the mounted unit. Really cool, going to be really nice to build. You've got the Guardian of Souls, and we have our first chain ghast, which is good old there. I've forgotten what it's called. Spirit Torrement, that's the one. And then, yeah, so 3 cool new models. I'm quite looking forward to getting painting these. I've had these before and I've not really painted them, or I painted them very crap and didn't enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to painting these again and doing a bit better with them, in all honesty. Definitely cool new models though, which is always good to have. Right, so 3 new models. So 3 new bases. Let's move those out of the way. Into this week's issue. Information on the Knight of Shrouds. So the Knight of Shrouds, of course, is an ethereal mounted knight. These were cruel commanders who traded their souls to Nagash in return. They've been granted power and immortality, becoming generals in the Nighthaunt processions. They lead from the front, taking a terrible tally of souls with their deadly blades. These guys are pretty cool. If you read the novel Soul Wars, you'll learn more about one of the Knights of Shrouds, but he's called the Knight of Shrouds. Obviously, not going to be the only one. So, because Nagash doesn't generally do things like that. All Knights of Shrouds are given a sword of stolen hours. Upon swearing allegiance to Nagash, a Knight of Shrouds is gifted a sword of stolen hours. These cursed blades steal the soul energies of those they slay, transferring a portion of that power back to its undead wielder. So, every kill they get more powerful, essentially. So, they're kind of always replenishing and getting more and more powerful as a Knight of Shrouds. Definitely cool, definitely pretty good, and definitely worth a blast. The Guardian of Souls, we move on to next. So Guardian of Souls were once necromancers who used amethyst death magic to further their own knowledge, yet their arcane power was not enough to keep them alive. Nagash claimed their souls, shaping them into servants for his Nighthaunt processions. So with these guys, equally as cool. They have the ability to raise the dead as they are going, essentially. They carry a nightmare lantern, which is a ghostly beacon lit by the flames of Nagash's Yar, which burn at the heart of Nagash's fortress home. The mind-chilling smoke that drifts from the flame does not rise towards the heavens, but instead drifts towards a field of battle. Nearby Nighthaunts are empowered by wafting vapours, and a Guardian of Souls can channel the lantern so that the cold smoke snakes through the earth, calling spirits out of their graves and chilling mortal foes to the very cores. Cool unit, definitely a cool unit to have. Looks really good. Painting that flame can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but there is a cool way of doing it, some cool ways of doing it. It looks really nice as well. He's a nice looking model. It'd be nice if the bases were sculpted for him, but they're not. But you can do some really cool stuff with them bases if you wish to, with bits of other bases, so you can kit bash if you want to, or you can get things like skulls and stuff like that that can go with it, which will work just as good. Next up, you've got the Spirit Torrement, another hero unit, the leader of the chain ghast as well. So they lead the chain ghasts, they capture, imprison and torture the souls of those who have broken Nagash's laws. They are the jailers of Shaiish, the keepers of keys, and the fell guardians of the underworlds. So, cool units. They are the lords of a great oubliette, a continent-sized underworld of dark cells and ice-cold dungeons. They are known as Shacklegeists to the mortals of the Shaiish inner lands. They used to be quite rare, but after the Necroquake they become more common. They have the ability to kind of wrap their souls and capture souls energy into the chains themselves that they carry. So they carry multiple different chains, so you get ones with these big massive padlocks and now carry the keys, and you have to break, and in the story, if the chain gets smashed, if the padlock gets broken or the key goes into that padlock, the soul energy can be released. With Stormcast, when they can capture the soul energy from a Stormcast and prevent it from rising to a Zir to be reforged. This is pretty funny. The story of Soul Wars, if you read the novel, has a good one of these and a good example of it, where one of the commanders of the Stormcast gets captured into one of them chains and they are trying to fight, and some of them, the other Stormcast, fight to try and help it out and everything like that, which is pretty cool. Moving on to your build guide, pretty easy, follow the step by steps. Most of them are only literally 2 to 3 parts at the most, so it can be built in no time at all. The Knight of Shrouds is a little bit more tricky. One part they recommend not attaching straight away is that part there, which is the other arm and the scabbard for the sword, and that is because painting it will be a pain in the ass when you're trying to get inside the model. So it's up to you. You can paint it the way they do with brush. I would spray paint it personally, far easier, far quicker, and you can get done 10 times faster if you wish to. Your painting guide's pretty easy, in all honesty. This is basics really, entirely up to you how you want to paint it, of course. So yeah, have fun with it, enjoy it, and it is a good paint. For part of a helmet, it doesn't recommend painting the wing parts of a helmet. It does recommend painting the actual mask of a helmet though. Up to you how you want to do it. I have a different idea of how to do it, so I'm not going to reveal that yet before there's a painting video, but I will try to do a painting video on all 3 models. They may not be one video, it may be multiple videos, we'll see. Then of course they've got updated some of the painting guides for some of the older models, so if you're painting along with the magazine, you've now got your Dryad Bark, you've got your Lead Belcher as well to use on some of the older models. They look decent, they're not too bad. They are a little tiny bit basic, so it's up to you if you follow this or if you've gone your own way, if you've got the extra paints, up to you. Then you've got your battle plan at the end. So battle plan is Toil and Torment. So what you're going to need is a Night Quester, Sequitors, so only 5 Sequitors to be precise, Spirit Torment, Chain Rasps, and it also, they have actually put in the main part Guardian of Souls, so you can swap the Spirit Torment for the Guardian of Souls with that War Scroll if you wish to when you finished it. So if you use the Spirit Torment, you have the ability of Nagash's Bidding, which you can re-roll hits of 1 for friendly Nighthaunt units while they are wholly within 12 inches of any Spirit Torments. So if you have multiple Spirit Torments, you can use multiple of them, and you can re-roll if you only hit 1 with your Nighthaunts. The Night Questers had a slight update to the War Scroll as well. So its hero unit, of course, has Thunder Charge strikes. For each wound roll of 6, damage becomes 2. And then Sigmarite Shield, of course, which re-roll failed save rolls. Very easy. The Guardian of Souls War Scroll, there, that's a bit of a mouthful. Of course, it's ethereal, can fly, it's a hero, has the Nightmare Lantern, so add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons used by friendly Nighthaunt units that are wholly within 12 inches of that model. So if you're using like arcane bolts or anything like that, no good. Don't add anything to them. But if your chain rasps are attacking and they are literally foot to foot and they are using their swords or other weapons or axes or anything like that, you can add 1 wound to their rolls. So not bad, as long as they are wholly in 12 inches of that model. So if they are only just within 12 inches, but their part of their base is slightly out, no good. Just do it that way. It's a wizard, so it can attempt to cast 1 spell in your hero phase and attempt to unbind 1 spell in the enemy hero phase. Has a casting value of 5 for Arcane Bolt. Nearest enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound. On a score of 10 or more, the unit suffers D3 mortal wounds instead. So not bad. The actual battle plan seems to be pretty decent and straightforward. A lot of movement and playing through. Not a lot going on because it's on the larger battle mat, so the first roll through is literally moving forward. The Stormcast first turn is literally moving forward, and then the fighting can begin in the Nighthaunt's second turn if you're going through exactly the same way. So yeah, you can have it fighting. As I say, there's 5 Sequitors, so it feels like some of them are kind of outnumbered, but of course it is all about the look of the roll, so it could go either way for a lot of them. Then of course, before we jump into all that top stuff, next week we've got the Lord Arcanum on the Griff Charger, and we get the Evocator Prime as well, which is pretty cool. Sword carrying unit, wizard. The Lord Arcanum is a wizard on that big unit as well, so the first mounted unit for the Stormcast, which is really nice to have. You can get a lot of high detail into this model as well, so it should be good fun to build and paint. Then the issue after, we're getting more of the Dread Scythe Harridans that we've already had recently. Good models to have as well. They'll be going really nice. Paint them up exactly how you painted them before, and you're expanding your armies very nicely. After issue 21 though, we are entering the realm of life. So we're moving away from the realm of death, we're moving on to the realm of life. So this issue will come with there's a new battle map, which we've already had. There's going to be more models, more paints, and more exciting battle plans, all set in different terrain to what we've already had. We're going to get Azerite Ruins very soon. There's Warcry scenery as well, so things like that statue and that bell tower and everything like that, as well as some cool new units to get going with. It's going to be really good. I'm quite looking forward to getting some of it. I've not had some of these bits and pieces before, so I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on those. And that's it for this issue. As always, I appreciate your comments. If you do, drop a comment down below if you want to. Otherwise though, I will catch you very soon. I'll try to get these painted up as soon as I possibly can. However, I've got some stuff going on at home, so I might struggle to get them done quickly. Other than that though, I think that is about it for this week. There will be a new video tomorrow, completely different from Mortal Realms, not Warhammer related. Let me know what you think of it, because there are some things that I want to get going with the channel, and I'm just trying it out for the time being. But let me know what you think. Having said that, I will see you next time. Bye bye now.